Red Sox chase a lot of high fastballs in the first two games of this series.
As this is hit right off of Nelson, and the former shortstop showing off the moves for the first out.
He's got a smile on it.
Hey, baseball extra fans. Ever witnessed a moment in baseball that tugs at your heartstrings and then just minutes later blows your mind with pure athletic brilliance? Today, we're diving into a game that had it all, from incredible displays of courage and community support, right down to the most nail-biting, game-changing plays you could imagine. Get ready for a baseball journey where every swing, every catch, and every strategic move tells a story. This isn't just a recap. This is Baseball Extra at its finest, breaking down the action you need to see. What a truly special atmosphere enveloped the ballpark for Sunday's home game. It's one of those beautiful traditions where kids get to share the field with their heroes, the Diamondbacks players. But today, it was elevated to something even more profound, marking Childhood Cancer Awareness Day. Every single child gracing that field was a brave young spirit from Phoenix Children's Hospital. It's a powerful reminder, and our hearts and thoughts go out to all the children and families grappling with cancer, not just here, but across the nation and around the globe. I have to tell you, one of the most touching things I've witnessed on a baseball field this entire season unfolded right before the national anthem. A courageous young lady paired with Tyler Locke simply reached out and held his hand as the anthem began to play. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated humanity and solidarity, a truly touching scene that transcends the game itself. And speaking of special details, if you notice the Diamondbacks players sporting some rather unique footwear today, you're not alone. Their cleats were custom designed not by professional artists, but by the incredible kids from Phoenix Children's Hospital themselves. So if our cameras zoomed in on some unusually vibrant or patterned shoes, now you know the inspiring reason behind it. It was fantastic to finally see these unique designs out on the field after all the anticipation. These little touches remind us that baseball is more than just a game. It's a platform for good. All right, with those incredible moments setting the stage, it was time for the rubber match, the finale. And for Ryan Nelson, the strategy was clear. Pitch to your strengths. For Nelson, that means unleashing that high fastball. We've seen throughout this series how the Red Sox hitters have struggled with and chased a lot of those high fastballs. It was a key part of the game plan for this pivotal matchup. Early on, Nelson got a bit of a scare. A hard hit ball came right back at him, but the former shortstop in him shone through. He showed incredible reflexes, snagging the ball and showcasing those agile moves to secure the first out of the inning. What a recovery. You could see the smile on his face, a mix of relief and a little bit of pain after getting drilled. It looked like it caught him somewhere on his right thigh, but the barehanded pickup and throw, almost like a third baseman fielding a bunt, was an absolutely fantastic play. He'll likely have a bruise tomorrow, but he certainly shook it off to make that crucial out. Nelson then continued his strong start, inducing a drive up the alley in right center field. Thomas, on the run, tracked it down and made a fantastic catch. Just like that, it was a 1-2-3 first inning for Ryan Nelson, a textbook start for the Diamondbacks pitcher. Now, let's look at the Red Sox's starter, Brayan Bello. Coming into this game, he boasted an impressive 11-6 record with a solid 3.07 ERA. The Red Sox have been on a roll with him on the mound, winning 6 of his last 7 starts. He's been throwing the ball exceptionally well. Interestingly, he wasn't going to face the same lefty-heavy lineup he saw against Cleveland. This Diamondbacks lineup had more right-handed bats, especially in the back half. Bello quickly got to work, catching a hitter swinging and missing, putting him away with a sharp sweeper for a stripeout. The Red Sox also went 1-2-3 in their half of the first. Then came Trevor Story, a familiar name for a spark. Batting .259, Story, in his 140th game, unleashed a swing that sent a drive out to left center field. McCarthy raced back, turned around, but the ball was off the wall. Story just missed a home run, settling for a leadoff double. That's exactly the kind of spark the Red Sox often look for, and so often it comes from Trevor Story. Nathaniel Lowe then stepped up, batting .225 with 18 home runs. He drilled a ball to left field, but McCarthy was right there, making the catch. Story had nowhere to go, keeping him at second with one out. Rob Snyder, a product of the UFA National Championship team in 2012, then worked a walk, putting runners on first and second. Could this be the start of something for the Red Sox? With David Hamilton approaching the plate, the tension built. Hamilton hit a one-hopper to second. Alexander quickly flipped it to second for one, then the throw to first was a strike, completing a textbook double play. A 4-6-3 twin killing gets Nelson out of the inning, extinguishing the Red Sox threat. Scene 4. The Diamondbacks take the lead, 12 to 16 minutes. The D-backs lineup was due up, with Gabriel Moreno leading things off against Brian Bayo. Moreno connected, sending a broken bat floater into center field for a base hit, igniting the second inning for Arizona. He showed excellent plate discipline, staying on that two-seamer that was coming right in on his hands. And then, a stroke of luck for the Diamondbacks. A pitch got away from Wong, allowing Moreno to advance into scoring position. Connor Wong was making his first start of the series behind the plate, and this passed ball proved costly. On the infield, Hamilton had a little trouble getting the ball out of his glove, but he managed to get it there in time, moving Moreno to third with one out. This presented a golden opportunity, a runner on third with less than 2 outs, a chance to score without a hit. And then the new fan favorite, Blaze Alexander, stepped up. Known for his versatility, playing center field, third base, and second base in this series, Alexander delivered. He hit a bounce back through the middle, a clean base hit. Moreno came home to score, and the D-backs took the lead on the Blaze Alexander single. It was 1-0. The crowd absolutely erupted. You can really feel the energy when Blaze Alexander is at the plate. He's quickly becoming a new fan favorite here, consistently delivering in clutch situations. The Red Sox, however, weren't going to roll over. Lawler led off with a high drive into left center field. Duran, on the run, made a brilliant sliding play to snag it. That ball hung up just long enough, and Duran's aggressive, outstanding grab denied Lawler a hit. It was a testament to his defensive prowess, especially after a slight miscommunication with Rafaela yesterday. Bremen advanced to second on a grounder up the middle, putting a man in scoring position with one out. Trevor Story, looking to build on his earlier double, stepped back to the plate. He had nearly hit one out in the second inning, a shot off the wall, and this time he delivered. Story drove the ball into right field, and it was going to tie the game. Bremen rounded third and scored. TS10 stayed hot, sending a laser to right for his second hit of the game, knotting the score at 1-1. That swing right there, that's Trevor Story at his absolute best. He saw a 97-mile-per-hour fastball deep in the zone and drove it the other way, perfectly moving the runner over and in. That's the kind of productive offense the Red Sox had been missing in recent games. With the game tied, the intensity only grew. The pitcher issued a walk, putting men on first and second. The Red Sox had 3 men on in the inning, eyeing their first lead of the day. Rob Snyder, who had walked in the second, was up again. He hit a bounce toward the middle, fielded by Pomo, who shoveled it to second for one, then on to first for a quick double play. A 6-4-3 double play ended the inning, once again frustrating the Red Sox offense. The Diamondbacks came back to the plate, and Corbin Carroll, a name synonymous with speed, led off the fourth. If he stays healthy, there's a strong chance he'll consistently be in the top 2 in the National League in triples every year. And he immediately lived up to that, spanking one into left field for a clean hit. Carroll was aboard to begin the fourth inning, setting the stage. McCarthy followed with a productive groundout. He hit it hard, but Lowe couldn't turn the double play, leaving 2 down for Alexander. Then Carroll took off for third. Wong's throw was close, but Carroll was safe. It was a high tag on the chest, but Carroll's walking lead at second paid off. When Bello didn't make him stop, he just kept going, sliding in just under the tag. And then, with incredible audacity, Carroll went for home. He was in there. Speed kills, baby. That ball only got about 10 feet in front of home plate. Bello had to go get it, and his underhand glove flip wasn't enough. Carroll beat the toss. It was 2-1 Arizona. You simply cannot stop Corbin Carroll's speed once he decides to go. The inning ended with a couple of strikeouts and a groundout for the Red Sox,
More frustration as the Diamondbacks held a 2-1 lead halfway home. With the 2-1 lead heading into the back half of the game, Ryan Nelson was determined to finish strong. A ball was hit right back to him again. This time, Nelson wasn't taking any chances. "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me," he seemed to say, gloving it perfectly in the right spot for the out.
He then caught Bregman looking for a heater, delivering a called strike 3 right down the pipe. 2 outs, 3 strikeouts for Nelson. A breaking ball was hit in the air to right, and Carroll, going back, made the catch right at the track, ending the inning. Ryan Nelson had set down the last 7 batters he faced. Carroll was on base again, making him incredibly dangerous at first, already with a stolen base and a run, and there he went again. He took off, and the pitch was poked towards right. Oh, Snyder couldn't make the catch. Carroll rounded third and was going to score. Pure chaos. It was a little looper out there toward the foul line, but Snyder just couldn't close ground quickly enough. With Corbin Carroll already on the move as the pitch was delivered, he was waved home from second base. Hamilton gathered the ball, but it was too late. It was 3-1 Arizona at the end of 6. Thompson's 1-2 pitch was hit towards first, knocked down by Alexander, who then flipped to first for the out. An absolutely incredible defensive play. He saved at least a run with that diving stop, recovering quickly. He knocked that ball down, scrambled over from his belly, and fed it to Ryan Thompson, who got over there in plenty of time to cover the bag. What a play. Now, with 2 men in scoring position, Thompson faced David Hamilton. Hamilton delivered. A swinging line drive into center field was a base hit. Story came home to score, and Lowe moved to third. Hamilton came through in the clutch, making it 3-2. And then it was up to Connor Wong. A hard-hit ball was bobbled, recovered, but then thrown away. The ball got into the dugout. 2 runs were going to score, and just like that, the Red Sox took a 3-2 lead. Connor Wong advanced to second, and the Red Sox had flipped the script, taking a 4-3 lead on that misfire. Lawler had it come up off his glove, then tried to recover, but the throw went wild. You could see the ball hit off his cap, but he made a nice bare-hand grab, only to throw it down the line in that collision. That's a dangerous play. The inning finally ended on a pop-up to Alexander. Boston scored 3 times to take the lead. Kelly walked the batter, putting runners on first and second with the tying run in scoring position. Lawler was the hitter, 0 for 2 so far, denied a hit earlier by an outstanding sprawling catch from Duran. But this time he ripped one into left field. Thomas rounded third. The throw to the plate was not in time. Oh, the kid tied it at 4. That had to feel incredible for Jordan Lawler, especially after that error in the previous half inning. The runners took off, and Perdomo wisely took a strike. Trelaire got a fantastic jump with Lawler right behind him. What an incredible jump! But Whitlock followed it up with a clutch strikeout, putting 2 down. Whitlock struck out the first batter he faced. Then came Kettle Marte, who popped this one up mile high down the line. Bregman gave chase, and it came back, and he made the play. So the Diamondbacks had to settle for 1 run, a 4-4 game at the end of 7.
Here's Romy Gonzalez, who lined one into center field for a base hit. His singles parade continued, and so did his hitting streak, now at 10 straight. With 1 down in the 9th, the count went to 3-2, and the runner took off again. It was high for ball 4, and the Red Sox were in business. The go-ahead run was at second. Another man, Eaton, at first with 2 down. Connor Wong was scheduled to hit, but the Red Sox opted for a pinch hitter, sending Nick Sogard to the plate. And Sogard delivered. A line drive into left field was dropping, and then a dive and a miss. A run was in. It went all the way to the wall, and Gonzalez scored with Eaton right behind him. The Red Sox were in front, 6-4. Nick Sogard, coming off the bench to pinch hit late in the game, provided the spark the team was looking for. Then came a swinging lob into right field, which dropped down for a base hit. Here came Sogard. The throw to home plate was not in time. Another run scored. The Red Sox had some wiggle room in the 9th. It was 7-4. And then it was time to bring on Aroldis Chapman, who was having a historic season. This would be his 60th appearance, boasting an ERA of 1.00. I mean, it's just absolutely off the charts what he's been doing. A franchise record 16 consecutive hitless appearances. He got a swinging strikeout, putting the batter away with a slider, securing the first out in the 9th. When you have elite stuff like this, 99 in the pocket, that devastating slider, and sometimes the split finger, there's nowhere to hide, especially with 2 strikes. Another 1-2 count, another swing and a miss, that gets through. Narvaez had to fire to first, and the runner was safe despite the strikeout. Vargas reached. But then Chapman went back to work. Another 2-2 count to the next batter, a swing and a miss, struck him out. That slider's pretty filthy, another K, 2 down. You've got to start a little bit sooner if you're going to hit that slider. Thanks for coming. The final batter stepped up, 3-2 count, swing and a miss. He gets it done. The Cuban missile once again came through. The Red Sox won it 7-4. Man, did they need that win. And that marks 600 career managerial victories for Alex Cora, making him only the 3rd man in Red Sox history to achieve that milestone. The Red Sox salvaged a big one.